How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. As you guys see, I'm still in the lab. I'll probably be out of the studio, well, for the foreseeable future. We got a couple things we're trying to take care of back at Misfits Radio studio, but I'm here and we got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Run a little bit late, but I'm glad you guys tuned in. Got an awesome show plan for the night, and it has a lot to do with different things, but a lot to do with what's going on, right now in regards to um, uh, a lot of things in the industry, like with the baby, person accountability, the way people are viewing different things in the world. So I want to have a open discussion with everyone tonight. I want you guys to give your opinions, give your feelings, and everything, so we can talk about it. But again, tonight we'll be discussing, was the baby wrong? Okay, if you guys, unless you've been living on the rock, you know what's going on with the hip hop star, the baby. He made some comments during one of his shows. People took it a certain way, and he has been getting canceled left and right for different shows and different events. A lot of people taking him off his album, and they're just saying, okay, he's being canceled right now. And I want to have an open discussion in regards to the things he said in regards to how they affect people. Was he right? Was he wrong? Is he able to say what he want to say? Do people have the ability to, outweigh their opinions on other people's opinions to oppress another person? If we want to use the word oppress, but just want to have an open discussion with everybody tonight in regards to it, okay? But again, tonight we're discussing, was the baby wrong? Now, before we start up, again, this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Changing Lives, we talk about personal motivation, personal development, family, parenting, all that great stuff. Um, at the beginning of the show, I discussed we haven't had Changing Lives in probably about 3 weeks. So, Mother Channel, Mr. Short Dollar, been doing that for the past month or so. And I'm about to forget some of the stuff with the show. But just rehash the previous week, guys. We still are going through the pandemic. I want you guys to be safe out there. Make sure you're doing all the stuff that you learned in pre-K and kindergarten. Wash your hands, cover your mouth when you sneeze. Don't get too close up on people and everything. Just be overall safe out there. Want to let everybody know I dropped my son PJ Burden off at college yesterday. It was pretty cool. He'd already been to base training in the Army and everything. Came back, but dropped him off at school yesterday. He's going to a military academy. Had a little bumpy first day. He called me last night, but it ain't nothing PJ can't handle. So big shout out to PJ. Super proud of you, brother. Also want to give a shout out to Mother Producer Slick 316. Wishing you well wishes with everything. Hope you get well soon, Slick. Miss you guys at Misfits Radio and everything. So you guys, my thoughts and prayers and stuff. But where we at right now, guys, we're back on Changing Lives. Again, we're discussing what the baby is wrong. And again, we'll go back to the I think the Rolling Loud concert, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a little longer than that. And the baby had the concert, and he was telling everybody put the lighters up, put the cell phones up. They made a couple comments. If you don't do this, if you don't got HIV, if you don't suck this and all that, put your lighter, your camera there. And people were joining in with doing it. And I think it's just probably me. And to be honest with you, not being ignorant, I think it was just a normal concert speech. A lot of people took offense to it, saying it was misogynistic, homophobic, and people have really just went ballistic on his ass. And they've been canceling shows, canceling events, removing him from songs, and it's been a whole gamut of things. And I just want to have an open discussion with everybody in regards to it, just to say, or get everybody's feelings in regards to how they feel about it. Do you think it was right? Do you think it was wrong? Do you think it's fair? How do you personally feel about it? Because you got a lot of people that probably have personal feelings about doing it. How he felt, saying it was wrong. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was saying it was wrong for him to make the comments. There's someone else saying, okay, people should be able to say what they wanted to say, should be open to doing it, and then, and a lot of in between, right? So I just want to have that open conversation, because first, just to say, okay, was he wrong? And I'm willing to listen to what everybody has to say. If you have comments, feel free to put your comments in, and I give how I feel about everything also. If you got any comments, just put your comments in the end. We'll bring them up as we go along. Right now we're streaming live on Facebook and the YouTube channel, Change the Lives. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where we have probably over right at 300 videos on the YouTube channel. The hub where we're streaming live on the Facebook page is just that, but the actual Facebook and Instagram. The main hub is the actual YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. That we got over right at 300 videos, talking a lot of great information. Again, personal development, professional development, and motivation stuff, family, parent, and all that great information. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Um, when we started thinking about, I was listening to the comments that he made. The first thing hit me was that was just normal concert talk. You know what I mean by that? I don't think there was nothing he said that was different from any other time he's done a show. And, as far as, the cursing, the words, the vibe, I feel like that was just a normal thing that he was just doing, right? Why was that, pushed out, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure you can go look at probably some of his other previous concerts. You probably can hear a whole lot damn worse than that. But for some reason, that was pulled out. And do I feel like he was wrong for what he said? I think what he said is just what he said. I don't think I'm stuck on. It just seems that I look at the songs. The little song he got with Megan Thee Stallion. Damn, I got a song with the baby stuff, and the whining and stuff. I'm just saying, there's so much. He got a couple songs Megan Thee Stallion. So much vile stuff come out of his mouth, and regarding sex, women, everybody else, and all of a sudden it just seemed like it's offensive when he started talking about. I didn't even see the part, but just the anti-gay. I just thought that's just how he damn talk, and it seemed like nobody had a problem with it, but all of a sudden now, it's offensive to people, and I don't see. I'm trying to figure out what song he probably has had, so I want to come up like that. But I'm pretty sure most of the songs that he made could have been interpreted as being offensive to people. And right now, he's getting the whole damn gamut in regards to that. I think the old adage is right. Sometimes it depends on who you make mad. People can say a lot of things, let you say a lot of things, but then when you say the wrong thing about a certain person, that's when you're going to start feeling the repercussions of it. And I think that's what's going on with that brother right now. And he just, like I said, it's just been through the whole gamut. People are counseling, people are making all kind of shows saying he shouldn't have said this, he shouldn't have said that. But like I said, again, I don't think he has said anything damn different than anybody else. But it just seemed like, I don't know. It's those couple words. I didn't pull the whole anti-gay stuff out of it. I just thought it was just some foul shit he said. And people just were ballistic in regards to, being offended by it. So, I can't say, I don't want to use the word saying that he was wrong. I just think that's how he get down. That's how he make his money. He's not rapping about inspirational stuff. You're not listening to the baby to get enlightened, to get enriched. You listen to the baby because you want to dance. That's my whole damn thing about it. He's not the person you finna go get some motivation from. Maybe you might look at his journey or how he did things and try to get something from that, but just enlightenment, leadership, and all that kind of stuff, I don't think that'll be the individual you'll go to about it. And if you do, you got damn problems of your own. So I just feel like he was doing what he normally do, like I say. But I think what happened is the wrong person or people got wrong. Some people got offended. And that's why I kind of want to have the discussions today, where we're just talking about that. You're supposed to have freedom of speech. You're supposed to be able to say what you want to say. You should be able to, express yourself in the way you want to. But do we truly have that? I believe that everyone should have the opportunity. Me being a veteran, I feel like everybody should have the opportunity to say what they want to say. Anytime, but on the flip side of it is too, when you saying what you want to say, you got to understand everybody's not gonna feel the way you feel, and you got to be, prepared for the fallout that's gonna come with it. That fallout might be big, small, whatever, but those are the kind of things you got to take into consideration. And I think that you can't have it one way where everybody should be able to speak freely, and then when somebody says something that you don't like, now they're wrong. Sometimes you hope that everybody's gonna be adult about it, and that's how you think, that's how you believe, and we just sometimes agree to disagree. But unfortunately, that's not how the world works, because everybody's at different maturity levels. Some folks can honestly just say, look, we're adults, and I ain't really kicking it like that. That's how you feel, move on. And some just See what's going on now because going ballistic. What's going on, cuz? Because Robert done tuned in. What are you saying? Because promoters and the endorsers are gay. Man, you crazy hell, cuz. I don't. But at the end of the day, just say okay. My cousin Robert just said he's tuning in on Instagram. He said because of the producers, I mean the promoters and the endorsers are gay. The thing about it is that I don't see why they would have a problem still because he has always said things and they were making money. So everybody was being beneficial to it. So that's why I'm getting lost at. A lot of people, they'll compromise their values and morals because they're getting paid. You don't really see a lot of times because if that was the deal, people were just so stuck on their morals and values. I don't think anybody will curse on songs. I don't think, we have a lot of stuff that goes on. Wouldn't really be, premarital sex, drinking and stuff like that. So I think people somewhat put stuff to the side if it's benefiting them. And I just feel like somewhere along the line, and they may just be on some damn conspiracy stuff. He may have just crossed the wrong damn person because I can't see why. He's always did that. He's always did that. He's always talked, because I didn't see what he said. He didn't say I hate gay people. He didn't say I don't like gay people. He just said something about men sucking something like this. Now we got all kind of songs where the women tell you to suck, slurp, and ride, and the guys talking about do. He got a song talking about he did it, whatever, all this. Man, ain't nobody had a damn problem with that. But so are we getting to this? That's why I'm lost at. So again, we got the situational morality stuff going on, and I just wonder where we kind of draw the line at, because I can't really get too tough on even stuff with just like let the man speak, because everybody know how I am. I love everyone, but I'm a very pro-black person, and it's cool. You still know the black folks to do stuff and get high, get drunk, this, that, and that, and do certain things, and you send that to your people. But then when other folks got a problem with it, they don't like you saying stuff to them. Now you got freedom of speech, So I guess like you say, it's cool to poison your own, but you can't say that to other people. Now me personally, and then and I apologize. I tried to see any comments that he might have made, whatever, just in response to it. I read it. He ain't gonna make any comments. What I don't like is reading what a person said. I don't like doing that because again, when you read what a person said, anybody could have put something down and said, okay, this is what the baby's response was, and he might not even have that particular response to a person. And I just think that I'd rather see a video saying he might got it out right now. Like I said, I apologize. I haven't seen it, but I like to make sure that somebody, I hear from you, from your mouth personally, in regards to how you feel about it. But I just think we just, you trailing on thin ice when it's cool to be one way with one thing. You can talk about them, talk about the black folks, talk about the kids doing this, getting high, screwing, and doing all this other kind of stuff. But don't you talk about those gay folks. Don't you talk about those white folks. We can't. You can't have both ways, right? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't say one thing and we get offended when they say certain things. I mean, and that's just being real. Do you got some lines you can draw with certain things? I guess, but I guess folks, everybody's so damn polarized on how they feel. It's hard because, like I said, ideally, you want to have grown folk be able to sit down and say, "Look, that's how he think, that's how she think. I don't really get down like that. And we just let it be." But unfortunately, everybody don't think like that. Everybody don't move like that. Everybody doesn't get down like that. And what can you say? What can you say when that happens? And you can't really look at it so much of where you want to make sure that, how can I put it? You say, okay, I'm on this platform. I got these certain things. I got this power. I got these people follow me. A lot of times, and I'm very, and me knowing, okay, just with being a coach for 20 years, there are a lot of people that trust Coach Burden and will blindly follow me because Coach Burden said it. And I think in all fairness, that's because I got a good reputation being a stand-up person. I know a lot of people. I think I've done a good job in the community. A lot of folks will follow me. And if I say it, they'll believe it. There's a lot of power in it. But I don't take that for granted. So I make sure, just like I do with the shows, I'm kicking out facts, and I got no problem whatsoever saying I don't know. I don't know. I ain't found out yet, because I'm real funny about my word. So if I don't want anybody to come back and say you lied or you didn't know it, or I come and I have to correct myself. I'm funny about it. When I have to correct myself and say, "Oh, I thought." I don't like thinking. I like knowing. So if I open my mouth and tell you, I'm telling you what I know. If I don't, and I will tell you I don't know then. And so you have a lot of people that are influencers, like the baby, that on these stages that could he calls people to not like gay people or not like women by the words he say. Yeah, because everybody ain't just people say they do, but you know I'm prone to think 80% of the world thinks emotionally and only 20% thinks logically. Um, but you, people never say anything about it because you have our people that are influencers, the actors, the musicians. We follow them, how they talk, how they dress, how they carry themselves. That's how we get a lot of stuff with our culture. We looking at these people. There's all these influencers, and you have to be very, very careful. This for that brother, any brother in that position, they got to be very careful when they open their mouths and say certain things because and I ain't talking about young folks. I'm talking about any people. It's just because the baby said it, that's what it is. Megan Thee Stallion said it, that's what it is. Deonte Burden said it, that's what it is. And they don't question it. They don't question it. They don't try to go check the validity of it, see if I'm just bullshitting a line. They don't do it. They just believe it, right? And when you are a person of influence and you know that you got people that listen to you and don't question it, you got to be very damn careful with that. You got to be very, very careful with that. And I think some of the behaviors they have, rub people the wrong way and folks get scared. The other folks will think with it. We got here, Cousin Robert, Chinaman, Team Brady. I just realized I look like you. I guess you was a good looking guy. God, that's my first cousin, man. Hey, baby. Hey, everybody ain't blessed, cuz. Everybody ain't blessed. No. Oh, boy, you crazy. But, hey, man, hey, blame it on your granddaddy, boy. Blame it on your granddaddy. It's real. It's real. How can I put it? It's a euphoria you got when you got a lot of times people that will believe in you and say, "Hey, man, Deonte said this, I can follow." But when you and that, I don't have the following the baby has. I don't have that kind of influence the baby has, and you got to sometimes say to yourself, "Do I got to hold myself at a high standard when I'm talking or doing certain things because I know I got that kind of influence on people?" The funny part about all that, let me see what we're getting. Thinking I got comments coming in. My mom, hey mom, I love you too. I thought I had that showing already. The funny part about all that is that uh, if the baby talking, he's talking to people, doing certain things. He's not trying to influence people. When you say the word in a positive manner, or he trying to enlighten and teach people. I mean, what you expect? Like I say again, I don't think you listen to the baby to get the word. I don't think you listen to the baby to get game. I think you listen to the baby to dance. To dance. That's why you listen to the baby. You listen to the baby to have a good damn time, party, and enjoy. That's why. That's why. And so when a person like him, and a bad thing says that, I don't think it should be taken to heart because the people now, I don't think they're poor from that. But again, he does have a lot of people. He says something, they're gonna move with that, and it's kind of tough. Like I said, we get into should we have some kind of political correctness? Well, when they're talking, they should be put at a higher standard with doing it. It's tough. It's tough. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the people should be looking at putting them at a higher standard when they talk? Because again, I don't think people want to listen to the baby for that. And so now you got all these people coming chime in regards to he should apologize, he should not apologize, they should take his way of life for doing that. All over the place you got different things. And I'm more so like if you're not really hurting anybody, you shouldn't be affected in that kind of way. But again, what I feel like hurt somebody feelings or hurt somebody may not necessarily hurt it. Somebody that maybe feel affected by it because you're talking about, like I said, I just didn't pull him talking about homosexuality about it in a negative light. But you never know what offends other people. That's why I have to be very careful of that because now it's not affecting me personally. I got to be conscious, open-minded enough to say, look, that does bother that man. how he processes, interprets stuff in between his ears is different from the way I do, you know. And some people I might feel like, man, they just being damn sensitive. They whining and whatever. But you really can't be that way. You got to sometimes just be able to respect other people's opinion and how they feel. And that goes back to what I said earlier in the show. That comes with a degree of maturity, and everybody doesn't have that. Again, it's a Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight we're having a show where we're talking about discussing was the baby wrong. We're talking about the rapper, artist, performer, the baby. Some comments he made a couple weeks back in regards to it was at a Rolling Out concert, Rolling Wild, Rolling Out. It was Rolling something, some Rolling concert, and some of the comments were taken where they can be anti-gay, anti-woman, misogynist, and a lot of groups have come in protest of him. He's had a lot of shows canceled, a lot of vendors and promoters have cut him off, and they're wanting to meet with him. I read one thing that he didn't want to meet, he's going to meet, and he's hasn't backed off some of the comments, but I haven't heard anything. So that's what I just tell you what I heard. And I don't like going into what I heard or read. Like, I haven't heard from the man's mouth. I heard what he said on the actual video, but anything else, I really, I'm for sure. But I want to have that discussion tonight because going into this next phase of what I want to talk about is how much do we want to put into, what a person says? Because what happens is a lot of times you have a lot of people saying that's not what he meant, or he didn't know any better, or people can say people shouldn't be taken out of context, or whatever. And I was looking at the Breakfast Club, right? They had the locks on there, and the brother Styles P was talking about that who taught the baby, who what was the person that's supposed to give him some advice to tell him what not to say, because now a couple years ago he might have been selling dope, and now he needs to be taught how to speak and what to say and what not to say. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm listening to him saying that, saying, okay, they'll put, like, these guys are being put into a space where they may be unfamiliar with. Now they in this particular space they ain't familiar with, and they around maybe certain white executives, gay stylists, or whatever. Like I say, nothing wrong, but now they don't know how to conduct themselves. And in my mind, when I hear people say certain things like that, what nobody's taught him, my thing is, how you assuming nobody taught them? A lot of times people know right and wrong. People have somebody done talked to them, told them what to do, but it's a lot of folks just damn hard-headed. And that was a big ass assumption to say, hey, who's supposed to tell the baby? The man, I think to get to maybe to have a hit song, and I may be wrong, it may not take that. It may take a lot of hustle, but it may not take a lot of intellect. But that brother had several albums, and he's been in the game, we'll say at least 5 years. So he done kind of went through some stuff. I wouldn't think that brother's not sharp. I think there's a lot of times, though I said I don't want to go on the assumption that nobody ain't never talked to him. He might just ain't damn listen. He might just ain't even gave a damn. A lot of times when we get money, and I'm not saying this is how you feel, but I do see a lot of times when people get money, they feel like they're smarter than what they are. When somebody get money and they get success, you a lot of times can't tell them shit. They feel like they know everything. You shouldn't, I know what I'm doing. I hear what you're saying, and they don't really want to hear that other stuff, especially if you're in a position of power or authority. You figure like everybody else is beneath you, and it really isn't impacting anything. I'm not saying that's how he feels, but I think that's a big damn assumption to think that a person doesn't know. It's just kind of like the whole theory, and that's why I kind of want to spend like with the conversation with everything. I grew up on the west side of Atlanta, and a lot of times I got a lot of guys that grew up in the 90s. A lot of folk got caught in the dope game, and I've heard people come out and say certain things like, well, you're a product of your environment. You see what you do, this, that, and that. And my cousin Eric passed a couple years ago, and I always been the one that been square working and everything. My cousin was the opposite. He did his thing in the street and everything, but me and my cousin were always super close. But we always just look at it, just respect the game. You do what you do, the consequences come out of it. I do what I do, and I know the consequences come out of that. Like we talked about before on the show, Consequences is not necessarily always a negative word. Consequences is really the byproduct of your actions. So if you're gonna be out there hustling and doing certain things, you kind of know, look, these are the benefits and these are the actual cons of actually doing that. Same thing if you're gonna be doing the square way. These are the good things that can come from it, but these also some sacrifices that come along with trying to be square and doing it that particular way. And it really just comes down to what the hell you want to deal with, right? And when you get into them type of arenas where, especially the more exposure, the more people you're dealing with, your consequences, good or bad, are really, really, really expanded. You got a potential, if you're dealing on a worldwide, national, worldwide scale, to make a lot of money, get a lot of popularity, make a lot of influence. But you also have potential to get into trouble easy because everybody can see you more, right? You can actually lose a lot of money, which can be embarrassing. You got a lot of people that can come into your circle that you normally wouldn't deal with, but you really just have a hard time maybe find out who's a genuine person, who's not a genuine. It's a lot of more snakes. The more success, the more things you do that's good in life, the more times you attract people that you probably necessarily want to be around, right? Or you wouldn't normally want to deal with. But because sometimes all that stuff is new, you just like, okay, they cool. I do a lot of work in the city, in the community, and I've kind of always stuck with, I know a lot of people, I don't deal with a lot of people. I think most people that know me like that, I'm in a lot of organizations and I go to a lot of events, but I still got pretty much most of my friends from elementary school, some in adulthood or in the military. I don't really have, like I say, from friends with a lot of folks, but probably a handful of people know where I stay. And it's not necessarily a knock with it and everything. I just been kind of, cautious with it. I ain't saying that's right, but it's always worked for me. And when you start going into those, I guess, popular circles where you're going, okay, now I'm an entertainer, now I'm a pro athlete, and you get these people in that you probably got to trust or deal with on the fly, that's scary because, again, you don't know who being genuine or not. And I just wonder sometimes with those guys, how are they able to decipher who's right and who's wrong, who's a good person, who's not. And that's one of the things I was sitting there looking at with the baby. A lot of times them guys, they're doing what they're doing and they're making the money doing what they're doing. Talking about the women, talking about the jewelry, the money, maybe the dope, and they're making a lot of money with doing it. But then at one time they say something that's kind of outside of that, but it's on their mind and they offend the wrong person or group of people. That's when shit go haywire. And that's why people a lot of times feel they have there's a correlation between how much money they got and how much authority they got. And one thing about authority, you feel like sometimes you know people, you might do know people, but you don't know the right person. And sometimes the right person can pull the plug and just change everything for you. And if you're not really prepared for that, and I think that's what's happening with his brother right now. Seriously, he's finding out like I'm in control of this, and I'm in this little sector right here. But these other sectors, they got a whole lot more pull than what I got. Because unfortunately, everybody's probably coming to his defense. I'm sorry, scratch me. I'm looking at this thing on my hand. But unfortunately, I gotta take a little lotion break. I'm looking at my hand for a second, man. I can't be doing that. But unfortunately, the people that he probably knows in certain sectors, they can't make the decision to help him out. Because the people that are actually defending him, it don't seem like they got in the pool to get him in any shows. The people that got a problem with him, they get a damn plug pulled on his ass left and damn right. And I think that's when people had to find out, like, okay, how important they are, where do they fall down on the totem pole. And that could be a damn shock on a lot of folks. That could be a shock on a lot of people because we talk about the whole power of networking, having that social circle within yourself personally and professionally, and then you feel like you can do certain things, and then when you get put in check, and really what's going on with a young man, it can be real humbling. And I think that's what's going on now. I don't know how far it's going to go with a young man. But I'm still shocked because I still go back into what he's doing ain't they're no different when everybody else is doing. I mean, it's a lot. I'm thinking about the same, same issues. Excuse me. Now again, I don't see nobody coming out with no anti-gay songs anytime soon, or anti-Jewish songs or anything like that. Which I can't even sit and say I condone or anything, but it's just seeing how quick the people like know where to go. I can talk about these black folks, like I said, left and right all day long, but I can't go there because they have the influence or the authority to shut me down. Yeah, to a degree, I think that's very, very cowardly. If you're gonna be one way, you be one way, and that's the way I feel like as a individual, as a man, woman, a person, you feel how you feel. Now, if he feels a certain way, like I said, I did not get that from the comments, but if he feel the way he feel, he should apologize. Not to keep any money, because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna if you know you constantly compromising yourself. Maybe it's me because a lot of people get down, but it get down different ways. But if you feel like you constantly compromising the way you are, how you feel, you really ain't gonna never enjoy your money. You never really gonna enjoy your money. You never really gonna enjoy what you're doing because you're always gonna find yourself second guessing yourself. You're gonna find yourself really wondering, are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the wrong? That's all gonna come back and bother you. So I don't know what that young man is with everything as far as him deciding to apologize. But I think it's gonna be interesting to see how far he goes down, or how far people try to pull him down with everything. And another thing, I don't think a lot of what people are talking about really how what he's going through is going to affect how other people move. So is everybody going to start being kind of cool or kind of different in their concerts? So it's one thing to be in the hole in wall club saying what you want to say, but then when you go on those national platforms or those worldwide platforms, and you got to watch certain things. How is everybody else going to move? So that'd be pretty interesting to see the actual fallout from that. But I just want people to kind of tune in, see everybody kind of. I know I got a late start. I want just get everybody's feedback in regards to do you feel he was wrong? Do you feel he was right? You feel like you said what he want to say? Just had those discussions with everybody because I just think that a lot of folks are actually looking at he should be able to say what he wants to say, and we all can be on that particular thing. But at the end of the day, some people of influence or people of authority may feel totally different. So do we revolve around people should have the right to do what they want to do, or should we revolve around people have the right to do what certain folks allow your ass to do, right? Like I said again, it's cool. You talk about the black folks, talk about your people, talk about the women, talk about the dope, talk about the clothes. Don't you talk about that. And if you talk about that, we're going to whoop you. And that's what's going on right now. The brother getting a whooping because he stepped over bounds with stuff. And again, I'm still going back to I don't think what he said was just I thought it was straight concert talk, just whatever. Because everything get wild. I think you again go back previous shows, you probably have some stuff 100 times worse. Not to even be offensive, I just think that just concert talk. But right, I do want to see the fallout. I want to go and see if they're gonna, because it's one thing to feel like okay, you can ride the storm and do certain things, but when your ability to do things is taken away, you find out a lot about yourself. People find out a lot about you as well with doing it. We've seen people get blackballed. We've seen people get railroaded off certain things. Some people are able to recover. Some people never ever able to recover. You see that a lot with musicians. You see that a lot with athletes and stuff. And rub wrong person and everything. The whole thing with Colin Kaepernick, how he was again wasn't able to get back on the team, be it from teams keeping him off, or maybe some things he said, I don't know. But to go from being a starting Super Bowl quarterback to 2 or 3 years later, now you can't play. I thought that was damn crazy. But again, that's how certain things go. Again, we start talking about what you feel like you're in control of, or then you find out what somebody lets you be in control of. And I think that's kind of how the world works. No matter how independent you feel you are. I'm self-employed. I work for myself. But there are things that I do. Do I feel like a person can come through and kind of constrict it? The government can come in and say, listen, put all these restrictions on tax businesses, wipe me out. YouTube, Facebook, and come in. Hey, we want to do all these changes. Wipe out my whole channel, and it happens. I don't say all the time, but it happens enough, and I don't think people really talk about it enough. And again, we go back to, are you doing what you know what you really want to do, or are you doing what you're allowed to do? And I think a lot of times it's gonna really come down to if a person is gonna be honest with themselves, or really compromise their integrity. Because again, I don't think integrity doesn't necessarily mean you're doing everything in a positive or right manner. Integrity is really just how you moving in regard to yourself. But from a morality standpoint, some of the music, some things been done, shit, that's not where, you're not looking to get that from that. Because again, I can look at the songs the baby got, Cry Baby. Oh man, Lord. I listen to that song him and Megan Stallion got, and I'm looking at Megan shaking and slaying everything in the video, and I'm just, made me want to do the Cry Baby. And I'm just sitting there like everybody saying this and saying that, and that shit don't bother you. Why is this bothering you? But again, it's not about it bothering you, it's about who it bothers. And when that wrong who comes up, that's what happens. So I just want to have an open discussion with everybody. If you weren't tuned in, or if somebody missed it, please feel free to leave your comments and everything. I'm trying to leave the floor open just in case anybody got any comments in regards to the different platforms they want to chime in. Again, we're talking about Was the Baby Wrong? And it's a Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Streaming live tonight on YouTube and Facebook. Having a good discussion in regards to that. But like I said, I really wanted to know how everybody's feeling like, because I hear so many people say you can't control this. He should be able to say what he want to say. Other people say that's true, but it's just like it's your job. If your supervisor says something that's just totally out of pocket, just wrong, not be offensive to you, but just say, look, y'all need to hurry up. I'm tired of y'all doing this. There are certain things you can get mad, but if you cross a certain line, not even cursing, just say, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't feel like you're right for saying that. And that person might just say, look, go home, don't come back. You open your mouth to respond back, understanding the consequence that can come out of it. Like I said, they didn't curse you, but they said some stuff that really wasn't nice. You can not say that, or you can respond back with some stuff that's really not nice. But there can be a consequence with doing that. And you can't go back and say, well, he said something to me. And they still can fire you. And I think those are the kind of things people have to sit there and look at their different compromise levels in regards to how much they'll be able to, give up with. And I wish that brother well. I wish no bad on nobody, but I think it'd be interesting to see will he have some kind of compromise point where he just say, I'm sorry. He started doing some damn PSAs and commercials, love everybody, don't hate gay people and stuff, and just, get on just this apologetic wagon, or he sit there in a corner and just fight his way out. That ain't what I meant, and this is what I said, and I ain't changing, I ain't apologizing. Be interesting to see how it comes up. But I do think the majority of his defenders that are speaking for him in this situation are not influential enough to help him, right? And what I mean by that, the people that actually behind him will feel like, okay, he did nothing wrong, he should be able to get out of this. They don't have enough pull to make any kind of adjustments to help him. So I think he's actually going to have to do some damn dropping before he do anything with far as coming up. Because again, I don't see it. I see mostly people like me that are like fans and stuff that got opinions about it than the people of influence, executives, all them kind of people that actually can make a difference with doing it. So I wish him well, and I just want people to kind of, even think about it in regards to themselves, in regards just being able to say certain things or do certain things. What are the consequences that come from it? It's going to be some kind of negative impact. It's going to be nothing come out of it. It's going to be something that is going to affect me, my children, my family, because even when they was talking about in the Breakfast Club, those people are taking away, doing things that can affect his family, his children, and all that. I get that, but on the flip side of it is the person that's speaking or doing certain things understand that also. There's a level of accountability I got to have with myself that when I move a certain way, my movements, right and wrong, can affect other people behind me. If I ain't necessarily doing certain things, how is it going to negatively affect my children? How is it positively can affect them? Positively can be a situation where they can get more money in the house. Negatively, I can lose my job or lose the opportunity to make money, and now we're all sitting there starving. So I just think all that kind of stuff got to come into play, and that's why I was talking about, was the baby wrong? Not necessarily to get all this into, well, he should be able to say this, and white folks say this all the time, and I ain't want to get into that. I just wanted to get into more so having that discussion in regards to saying what you feel, being able to say what you feel, and being man or woman enough to live with that. To live with it. Also, making sure that you do one thing that's so important that a lot of people don't do before they start talking, and that's think. Just think. Everything ain't got to come from the hip. Everything got to be from an emotional place. Because we say a lot of stuff to our family, friends, loved ones when we piss the hell off. Well, maybe we can just take a second or two, step back, reevaluate it. I'm going to let you have that. But everybody got, sometimes you see too many people make a response where you probably just should, it'd be most the wisest thing to do is probably just walk away, you know. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't necessarily heed to that, okay? But I'm gonna wrap everything up tonight. You know, we're gonna do a 45-minute show, and I just wanted to just, you know, have an open discussion with it. If you didn't, if you caught on to the show later, make sure you go into the comment section, leave a comment with everything, and, you know, just let me know how you feel about everything. Again, I am Deonte Burden. This is Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we talked about was the baby wrong? Open discussion in regards to what's going on with the baby, you know, what's happening to him within the music industry, his opportunities make, you know, to make business, to make money. I'm sorry, in the music business, and how has he negatively hurt himself? How has he hurt other people? How does, you know, his actions, you know, warrant him being in a situation where he can't do certain things? So I just want to have an open discussion tonight. Again, make sure you follow me on all the different platforms. You know, Change the Lives by yours truly, Deonte Burden on TikTok. You can follow me at Deonte_77 on Instagram. Change the Lives on Facebook. And the main hub where all our videos is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden on YouTube. Listen, guys, it's been an awesome show. Love you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure, again, you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.